go. A little early, so we'll give it a minute. If anybody's on here, say hi when you come in. Let me know if you can see me dancing here. Hope everybody got the time change. And that's just for this week. Next week we'll be back to 1 o'clock. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, say hi when you get in here. Hey, Charlotte. Glad to have you here. We're gonna give it a few minutes, let a few others join. How you doing today? This is the cute little sign I'm doing today. Isn't it cute? So today's gonna be an everyday wreath. I think noon is kind of a bad time. I had a prior engagement though at 1 o'clock that I couldn't really change. Tell you what, I'm gonna give it till about 10 after and then I'm gonna get started, whether anybody's on here watching or not. So, we're adding this ribbon into the bow. We have these adorable ribbons that we're using in our tails. And we're using this adorable sign. And this mesh from Joann Fabrics. Unfortunately, I have not looked to see if I can get this anywhere else, but it's a shame because I really like that mesh. All right, and I also have plates falling at me. Some baby's breath that I may or may not add in at the end. And I'm gonna go ahead around and flip the phone down. Okay. And I did kind of start, I'm not that far ahead, but I did want to make sure that all my choices and everything that I was going to be doing was going to look good. Kind of would have sucked if it looked like crap. Okay, so the method that we will be using is called the folded ruffle. So you should have your mesh cut at 10 by 20 inches. We're going to fold in 1/3. And then we're gonna bring in the other side and we're gonna overlap about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, but no more than that. And then if your mesh is kind of giving you trouble, easiest thing is to put a clip up here at the top. Okay, then we're gonna grab it and flip it over. And then you're gonna anchor it with your thumbs here. and you're just going to scrunch it down the middle. Okay, and you kind of have like a bow tie. And then we are just going to take it right over to our frame. And I'm on the outside. And we're just going to attach it. I'm just going to give it 1 or 2 tight twists. This is definitely close up for some reason. Grab another piece of mesh here, and we're going to fold it in 1/3 of the way. And then we're going to fold in the other side, overlapping about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. We're going to clip this at the top, and then we're going to flip it over. And then we're going to ruffle it up the center. Okay, make a nice little bow tie there. And then we're going to bring our wreath back over. And we're going to attach it to the next zip tie. I am finishing up the outside. Just give that a tight twist or 2. Even though I did do a few on the inside there, I am going to finish the outside first. Where's everybody watching from? Hey, Kim, you made it on. Yeah, I don't know why it's so extra close this time. Boy, technical difficulties. I'm gonna have to get a different method of holding my phone, I think. Because it was even pretty close up on me this time. Like, glad I didn't have any pimples. Alright, we're gonna clip it up here at the top. Flip her over. Anchor your thumbs here at the bottom and just scrunch this up the middle. Whoops, that thing really went flying. Go to your next tie, open it up, lay that right there in the center of it, and just take your stems here and give it a tight twist or 2. Kim, I think you missed the sign and the ribbon. Hang on, let me finish this one here and then I will show that again. You kind of want to have that in the center, your overlap of mesh. Otherwise, your folded ruffle on either side will be a little one's lopsided. Okay, and we're just going to scrunch this up the center. You're almost like pleating it like a fan, almost. Okay, that in the next zip tie. moving some stuff around so that I can spread out better. By the way, here's the sign we're using, Kim. Isn't it cute? And then we have our ribbons. That one has little cows on it, and this one just leopard print and daisies, I guess. Okay. We're going to do fold in a third. Fold in a third, overlapping about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Making sure it's in the center. Put your clip up top just to keep it together. And then we're going to flip it and scrunch it up the center. Okay, trying to make sure that I have what I'm doing on camera, even though this is so zoomed in. I apologize, guys. I'll fix it for the replay for sure. I don't know what the heck is going on with it. Okay, looks like we got one more on the outside. Well, I do. Sorry. I just know that if I didn't get it at least somewhat started, which I kind of needed to do that to see if I was going to like it. But also, we'll be here for 1.5 hours possibly, and I didn't think that anybody would really be up for that. I mean, I can be fun, that's for sure, but do you really want 1.5 hours of me? I don't think so. All right. Scrunch this baby up the center. Where am I at? I'm off camera somehow. Okay, put this in the last zip tie on the outside row. Give it a couple tight twists. Okay, shift the phone a little bit so everything is not so far back. Sorry, I get to see what you guys see too. I apologize. This is the chaos that we refer to, I think. All right. Clip it. And flip it. And scrunch her up the middle. My next one open. Sorry, I just can't seem to get a hold of that. All right, we're gonna lay it in there. Next inside tie, give it a tight couple of twists. Give her a little bit of a fluff. And I think there should be 3 more. Or did I miss one somewhere? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. No, I think I just cut one too many. That's all right. No big deal. Hang on, something fell back here and I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. Okay. So where's everybody watching from? I think we only have like 2 people on right now, but that's okay. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm using a new microphone. And I did cut this with a rotary cutter. I did not wood burn this mesh. I think I mentioned that in the discussion or the supply list or something. Scrunch it up the middle. Go to our next open zip tie. Open it up. Place her down in there and give it a nice tight twist or two. Okay, and then I think I only have one more to do. But you can see how easy this is, and in my opinion, I think it makes, with some meshes, maybe not every mesh, but with some meshes, I think it does make it look better than doing the cruffle. I know that coming from me, I love doing cruffles. Flip it over. Scrunch or pleat down the center. And go to our final zip tie. And tie this in nice and tight. Wow, I don't know if you guys can really see. I know I'm like super zoomed in. Again, I wish I knew why it was doing that. But if you can kind of see the way, and it's no fray because you have all the unfinished edges folded in. But I just think it makes a beautiful, beautiful wreath base. Okay. Grab my ribbons. Now, what I've been doing is alternating. I'm putting one in every section, and I'm alternating. And I'm going to do the same thing up top as well. So my next one is this. Just give me a second here to make sure I'm definitely in frame. All right, and we're just gonna scrunch it up the middle, and I just eyeball this, but usually if I fold them in half, I'm usually pretty on. I don't know why, I just can eyeball it pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna untie this once or twice and lay in my ribbon tails and give it a nice couple of twists, nice and tight, so that you are able to play with your ribbon and get your finger on it and make sure that it's not going to come loose when you do that. Now, normally I would take my zip ties, cut them off now, but I'm going to leave them on here because, like I said, I may add some baby's breath at the end. I'm not positive quite yet. Okay. And our next one. Oh, that's all right. It'll feel better. Lots of technical difficulties today, man, I tell you what. Huh. Alright, we're going to scrunch that up the middle. Come to the next zip tie. Untwist it a couple of times. Lay that in there in the center and give it a nice couple of twists so that it's in there good and solid. And then just kind of stick your fingers under there and bring it up. And then you can always pull on them and separate them if you'd want to. You do not have to. You can leave them just the way they were. Well, looks like we're gonna get a storm here. At least the wind's really picking up out there. What kind of weather are you guys having across the country? That was my surge protector, or whatever you want to call it. Gave me 3 plugs. 3 outlets to plug it in. Just scrunch it up the center. Holy crap, is that zoomed in? Give it a couple of tight twists. Whew, I can't talk today. Separate if you want. This is why you want to give them a tight twist, because when you pull on them like this, you don't want to pull this one long and make it short over there. That just would not look right. Now I want to see if whoever's working on a wreath alongside me here, make sure that you post them in the group, because I want to see what colors and what signs and everything that you guys did. When did Sally ever make it on? know she had all her stuff picked out she was going to use. Same with Polly. Is she on here? I don't see anybody commenting. Any questions, especially with the fact that I'm zoomed in so far and you can't really see every single thing I'm doing? If anybody knows how to fix this, let me know. Yeah, we had storms last night pretty bad. It poured and poured and poured. And of course, after I went out and watered all my plants, you know, because that's just how it goes. Sorry, I had to take a drink. I will have to come back through and redo these once I, you know, get the bow on and it's flipped over a couple of times. Okay, begin to remove you. Again, I can't apologize enough about this zoom in crap. I mean, I guess in some ways it's good because you can kind of see close up, you know, what I'm doing. But I think in some cases it's too close. Not get my finger in that. All right, that's a little better. I'll fix you later. All right, last one for on the outside, and then we just have 6 to do on the inside. All right, now we can start on the inside. And then we're just going to, after that, let's see, we have to make the bow, which I brought my Bodabra. You guys can use whatever you want. If you're one of those people who's phenomenal at making hand bows, I envy you for sure. I am not good with hand bows, so I have to use my bow maker or my Bodabra. And I grabbed the Bodabra just because it's smaller, so it's a little easier. I'm gonna split those apart later. And I'll need my floral wire so that I can attach my sign in the center. Now I know most people usually cut their tails at 12 so that you have 6 on each side. I don't know why. I didn't want to do that. I wanted them to be shorter because they are going in so close to each other. Because there's 12 spots on the outside, and then there's 6 on the inside. But they're also very close to each other. Okay, just got a couple tight twists. And just get your fingers in under there and just kind of lift it in the center. Like I said, I'm going to come back and separate them after the fact here. Okay, just 2 more pieces. And last one. All right, so now we have our ribbon all over our wreath. Isn't this just adorable? All right, I'm gonna set my wreath aside for a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna get my sign ready. And I'm sorry, I have learned the hard way to not that this is what you want to use. I even bought a metal hole puncher in case I get a sign that does not have holes, because I have tried E6000, I have tried super glues, hot glues, automotive tape, plastic weld for other plastic items. And for the life of me, they always fall off when the heat blares on them long enough. They fall off. And I'm not a fan of that, so I decided that I'm going to be using wire on all of mine, because there's nothing worse than when a customer comes back to you and says, hey, my center fell off, my sign fell off, can you fix it? I mean, yeah, of course I'll fix it, but that's not a good feeling when that happens. All right. Okay, so I have my zip tie in here. It's a 10-inch, I think, because I need it for the length. And I have my pipe cleaner, which that might get in my way, and I may decide to take that out of there. And then I have all the ribbons that we just used. Plus I have one more that I want to add into the mix. All right, so I am going to line this up. This is how I make sure. I line this up in the center, and then I measure out how many inches I want my tail to be, which, let me think. On this one, I don't think I want my tails to be too long. I think we're gonna go 9 just for now. And I do think that this is the same on each side, so I'm not sure there's a wrong or a right side, but I am still going to twist it. All right, and I want my loops to be 6 inches. Yeah. Just until I get my first 2 loops done. Then where I have this doesn't matter because I go off of my loops. All right, so we're going to do 3 loops on each side of this ribbon. This ribbon is so pretty. It's like a kind of a rust color, but not orangey rust. It's more of a burgundy rust. Okay, here's loop 3 on my right. Those are probably the worst scissors. Let's see, which one do I want? Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Or maybe I'll do this one next. Because I'm only doing one of those blue ones. Oops. We're going to come in about an inch shorter. And we're going to do 2 of these on each side. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna put this one in. I don't know why. I'm gonna do spin it all the way around. No. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Okay, one more loop. We're just gonna do one of each loop for this color, this ribbon. Okay, and then just a little bit of the white on top to finish it off. And I think I'm going to do 2 loops of each on the white. We are almost to the end. Good Lord. You guys can hardly even see what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep it as centered under that stupid phone as I can. All right. Just give me one quick second. All right, so we're going to bring this up, start to attach it and pull it. Yeah, I know I left my nub at the top. That's okay. I'm gonna cut a piece of ribbon and put it over. All right, so we had these ones pretty well poofed out. I'll be able to fluff this a little bit better once it's on the bow or on the wreath, but that is my bow. Gonna get my dovetail ends going here. We are definitely running late today, so we're going to get the sign on. Okay. This one. Tie that a couple times till I get it placed. A little too tight. I'll go back in later and trim the metal wire down a little bit. All right, so there's my sign. There's your sign. God, I haven't heard that in a long time. It's been a very long time since I've heard that. Okay. And then I think right up here is where the bow is going to sit. I'm going to have to trim these up for sure quite a bit. All right, now I know I did not attach the bow. I will. And I'll show you guys what the absolute finished project is going to look like with any baby's breath I may or may not decide to put in, and all of the pipe cleaners trimmed off, and the bow on there very well and fluffed. So what do you guys all think? You probably can't even see anything because you were looking at me the whole time. When did my phone fall? So anyway, here's the bow. Here's the sign on this. This is going to be a bad video, and I'm going to have to do a lot of editing if I can even fix it. I apologize, guys. I don't know where all these technical difficulties came from today. I'm actually a little embarrassed by it, but anyway, there is our wreath. There's our pretty bow. Remember, I want to see what you guys did. So make sure you guys post in the group. I want to see what wreaths you guys made. Probably a lot less chaotic than mine. But hey, in my defense, I do announce come for the chaos as well. And today was a whole bunch of lovely chaos. Fun, fun, fun. All right, guys. This is going to be up on YouTube later this evening. If you guys want to replay and watch it, not so zoomed in and edited, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell because I'm told it'll let you know when I go live next. So if you want to join in for more chaos and hopefully less technical difficulties next week, I will be here Thursday at 1 p.m. again. We're back to our normal time of 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining, and I will talk to you all later.